Welcome to another edition of Above the Net. I'm your host, Dylan Vazzano. Doing things a little bit different. We're taking Tennessee Tech volleyball assistant coach Cassandra Joyner. She's going to talk a little bit about Golden Eagle volleyball, and let's just start with this past weekend. Obviously, a couple of tough losses. Friday, Morehead State, and then Saturday against Eastern Kentucky.
We won the first set against Morehead, so we went into the second set thinking that maybe it was going to be a little bit easier than we anticipated, and then Morehead really stepped it up, and we did not. EKU, tight first set again, and then second and third set, we couldn't find our rhythm.
Now, looking at this weekend, of course, the last two home matches here for the season. You take on Tennessee State Friday and then Belmont Saturday. We had you on last time to kind of recap the two matches in Nashville. So take us through, from that experience, what Tennessee Tech needs to do against these two teams.
So against TSU, we went 5 with them last time, and it was just down to the last few points. I think this weekend is going to be hopefully in our favor as long as we play the same game that we played against them, just a little bit more intense. And Belmont's also a good team, so we're going to need to play one of our best games to be able to beat them. We're going to need to be able to do what we do best and focus only on us.
Lastly, changing things up a little bit, Halloween this past Monday, so I wanted to ask you, what has been your favorite costume over the years?
Green Lantern.
Why is that?
Because I like it. I like green.
Well, there you go. Profound. She likes green, so Green Lantern. That's going to do it. We're going to talk to Alyssa Povey. She's going to be our player here on Above the Net. This week's player here on Above the Net, senior Alyssa Povey, who's come back after class to join us on Above the Net, so we're pretty excited about that. First and foremost, let's take us through this past weekend. Obviously, a couple of tough losses. Friday, Morehead State. Saturday against Eastern Kentucky. So from a player's perspective, kind of take us through.
Just from, being on the court, I think we needed a little extra harder work to get us through the matches, and we just didn't have that extra energy. I know Morehead's game took a little bit out of us, so Saturday's game was a little rough, and we needed to all come back and try to, overcome them, but we just didn't have it in us. But we will this weekend against TSU and Belmont. So
you talk about this weekend against TSU and Belmont. You're a senior, and senior day is Saturday night. Have you given any thought your final couple of matches in the Eblin Center?
I've tried not to think about it too much, but definitely, in this past week, I'm like, oh, it's actually coming down to close, so I got to actually think about it. But it's just like giving me the opportunity to reminisce on, what I've done here and who I've been with, the players I've been able to meet and the coaches I've been able to meet and be in contact with. And, I wouldn't give it up for anything else. So I'm just grateful for the opportunity to be here for the past 3 years and to be able to hopefully end with a couple wins this weekend. So.
Well, hopefully getting a couple wins and try to get into the OVC tournament. Maybe from the X's and O's perspective, what do you think the Golden Eagles need to do to have success this weekend?
Some things I think we just need to focus on is making sure we work harder than the other teams and focusing on what we're doing this week, especially because I know we've been working really hard on our blocking and making sure we're just going for every single kill no matter what. So it's just having that aggression in the game and not giving up, no matter what.
Well, and lastly, with Monday being Halloween, we asked assistant coach Cassandra Joyner her favorite costume. So we're going to ask you, Alyssa, what's been your favorite costume over the years?
Well, I don't remember it because I was really little, but I was Piglet, and then my 3 older brothers were Pooh, Tigger, and Eeyore, and that was always really cute to me. So anyway.
Well, that's awesome. And Alyssa, good luck this weekend, and obviously good luck on senior day.
All right, thank you so much.
That's going to do it for Above the Net this weekend. Friday, Tennessee State. That's at 7 o'clock. And then Saturday for senior day will be at 4 o'clock. Join us next week on Above the Net.